Welcome to the Nick and Nick podcast. This podcast is sponsored by Royalty Roofing and Siding. Crown your home and your commercial property and then wrap it with royalty. Today we got a guest on the podcast. His name is Byron Thompson. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Let me get this right now. I've been studying it and been working on it. Meraki.
That was pretty good.
I looked at
went through the actual pronunciation.
I seen it on the website.
Oh, man, that's fantastic.
Meraki Realty Group. No, but yeah, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you being here. I don't know you real well, but I do want to get to know you.
Yeah.
Before we get into Meraki and then the event that you have coming up, I want to put you on the spot. Are you good with that?
Bring it on. I'm ready all day. Let's go.
See you at the gym all the time. Let's play on the spot. Let's go over under.
Over under.
Yeah,
okay.
So here it goes. I see you running around quite a bit. Looks like you're in pretty good shape. I'm going over or under 20 miles a week. Are you running?
Ooh, great question. It depends on the week.
Okay. On average?
On average, we're going to say under. This year I made a commitment.
Okay.
15 miles a week or more.
Okay.
So average is, let's call it 17.
Oh, really? So
average.
some over, some okay.
Some days over, some days under. And more importantly, the reason that came about, guy on my team, we're big on fitness, growth, personal challenges, right?
Yes.
Guy on my team's doing a 200-mile race, and he asked me to pace him on a big
200-mile run?
200-mile run, yep.
Okay.
And
hold on, this is at one
one time, yep. You start, and you're not done until you get to 200 miles. And to train for that kind of stuff, you think you train miles at a time.
Right.
But the biggest thing you got to train is time on feet. So for me, it's more about time than about distance. So that's why sometimes if I'm feeling good, it's over 20. Because an hour run, you might get a lot.
You just go based on how you're feeling at the time.
That's right.
So are you going to commit to that 200-mile run?
There's no chance in the world I can get to 200.
I was going to say.
That takes a special individual. I know one, and I've heard of a couple, but I'm definitely going to get in there and help him out during some of the
I'm trying to wrap my mind around that. 200 miles at one time. I mean, that could be a 24-hour.
No chance. So he just did 100 miles. It took him about 34 hours.
Oh, shoot.
So this one's going to be...
I'm out on that one.
It could be a few days. Depends on how good he's feeling. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. I see you at the gym pretty regularly. That's how I know you, how I recognize you from socials as well.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go over or under how many times a week at the gym. I probably see you there once or twice, but I'm assuming you're there about every day like me.
That's great. You'd be spot on. Not even over, under, spot on.
Okay.
It's literally every day, 7 days a week.
And it's woven into your operating system.
Yeah.
That you didn't just start yesterday, but it's a part of who you guys are as Meraki and a part of who you are as I think an athlete, right?
Yeah, you better believe it. College basketball, and it's just once you have those habits, they just carry into everything. They carry into working out. It starts to carry into business. It carries into relationships.
Yep.
So it carries into, I'm meeting people in your office, and like instantly you can connect with people over certain things, and that for sure is one of them.
I was going to ask you how old you are, but are you over or under 30?
What do you think I am? I got to ask you that first.
I ain't going to go there. You look like you're in shape, young, just got married.
Just got married.
Okay. Yep. Any children?
Just got married, no kids, none yet. But when I grow up, that day's coming. So, no, I'm over 30. I ain't going to tell you the number, but I'm over 30.
Okay, I got you. And then last question on the spot. Let's go, favorite. Are you more of a beach guy or a mountain guy?
Ooh, beach all day.
Okay, same.
Yeah. I'll take warm over cold anytime, and more likely to get that on the beach. So
okay, then let's go here. If you're running 20 miles, where would you rather do it, on the beach or in the mountains? Because you're from Colorado, I just found out.
Yeah.
Is that how it works? If you're from the mountain, if you're from Denver or whatever, you prefer the beach, but if you're from the beach, you prefer the mountains.
Yeah, as long as you're not doing fitness, because if you're talking fitness, everybody prefers the beach. That altitude will kill you if you're not ready for it.
It doesn't stack up very well against humidity.
No, not for a second.
Okay.
No.
So you're from Colorado, just got married. What else do we need to know about you? I know you're from Berkshire. Did you start at Berkshire and then transition into this group, or bring us up to speed if you don't mind?
Yeah, I'll bring you up to speed. I'll give you the TLDR. Too long, didn't read.
Okay.
So Denver native, moved to Nebraska for college. Went to Wesleyan, small college in Lincoln.
Nebraska Wesleyan, they have some ball school. That's a ball school.
Ball school, right?
Yeah.
So graduated there. Physics degree, had a dream of being an engineer my entire life.
Physics?
Physics. I know a lot of people give me that look when they hear that. They're like, what in the world was that? So engineering was always my path.
Okay.
Did aerospace engineering, did 2 internships, hated it.
Okay.
Got into leadership and loved it because all the athlete stuff just aligned.
Okay.
You get to compete, you get to win, you get to motivate a team, all that stuff. It all aligned. So I started doing leadership. I worked for Target.
Okay.
That got me to Omaha.
Nice.
Working for Target, bought me a house. Buying a house got me into real estate. And I joined Meraki as just an agent back in 2018.
Okay.
When it first started. And
is it a national organization or is it local, Meraki?
Meraki is just local.
Okay.
For now.
Okay.
And yeah, when I joined, it was just a team at Berkshire Hathaway. So I was an agent at Berkshire.
Okay.
Yep. And then.
So who was all a part of that initial team?
Yeah. So
I see the 3 founders, you, and
me,
a couple other guys.
Jack Harvey, Eric Karaher.
Yeah.
Those guys have been in the business a lot longer than I have.
Okay.
And they know the game unbelievably well. But they brought me in.
Okay.
Taught me, got me successful really, really quickly. But one of the things that I'm blessed with being a physics guy, I'm a fast learner. Like that's my thing. And I'm an athlete, so I'm competitive. So you combine fast learning, competitive with, I picked it up really quickly, but there were other people on the team who didn't.
Right.
And so then the question is like, how is it that I was able to, but other people weren't? And what we found out is we didn't have a system. We didn't have a way to teach consistently to people like what we were doing. And
so Berkshire didn't have a system in place that could help scale these younger agents?
Yeah, it's a common misconception, especially for people like in your world where when people come in here, the first thing you're going to do is make sure they're prepared to do their job, make sure you teach them.
Right.
And the real estate, the entire industry is not like that. It's not built like that. It's basically brokerages just house teams where hopefully the team leader can teach whoever they bring in.
Okay.
It just gets too big for broker owners to do that anymore, so brokers can't do that. But we built a brokerage where you can do that because we see the need for it. We see how much people. I'll be honest, Meraki was built on a hypothesis.
Okay.
Because in real estate, a lot of people fail. And the hypothesis was that if people just knew what to do, like at least half of them would be doing better. Like at least half.
Okay.
And that was our hypothesis. We tested it. And like I said, that's where I came in to help Jack and Eric to say, can we take what I've learned from Jack, what I've learned from Eric, what I've learned on my own and my own experiences going out and doing it, to say, can we start to teach people at least some of the foundational things that will help them be successful? And now we can.
That's where we're at. I've seen you built out a lot of resources, at least that are on your website, that is available to those younger agents that are trying to find their way in the industry, which is, like you said, it's hard to find a platform where you can go, it's a one-stop shop and figure out who I am, what I need to do, and how I need to get from where I am to what I actually see in my mind's eye. And that's kind of your role with the organization, right?
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I'm glad I gave you the TLDR version because when I started working for Target, Target's a Fortune 500 company, right? So you get into a big company like that, they've got 90-day onboarding, they've got trainers, they've got a system you got to follow. Like by the time you get done like training, you know exactly what you're supposed to do, you know how to do it, and you have like proven SOPs and how everything gets done.
Yes.
But 1099 world, you kind of can do whatever you want.
Right.
You can figure it out on your own. There's a million ways to do it, and no way's right as long as you get the results.
Yeah.
But there are some things that are constant across everybody who actually has the results, and that's what I was able to bring. I was like, I know how it worked at Target. How do we take all of those systems and kind of make them with our knowledge?
Can you give us just a quick snapshot of a few of those things that no matter what you're doing, whatever industry you're in, these are going to help you scale quickly?
Yeah, 100%. I'll give you 2 things. First is skill set.
Okay.
In every business, there's 4 skill sets you have to master. And if you don't ever get to the point of mastering these skill sets, what happens is everybody gets to a certain point and they level off.
Okay.
And they level off to the point where they either lose motivation and quit,
okay,
or they just stay there for the rest of their life.
Okay.
So 4 skills: lead generation, finding people who want what you do.
Okay.
Lead conversion, getting them to work with you and not Joe down the street.
Or the 200 other roofers or realtors.
Or the 200 other roofers, realtors, right? Presentations, i.e. walk somebody through what it would look like for them in a way that they are now ready to move forward, okay? And then negotiation, putting deals together that actually close, where money actually comes across a cash register, checks actually cash, deals actually close in real estate.
Okay.
Those 4 skill sets, you have to learn those no matter what business you're doing. And now in real estate, we have a systematic way. We can teach you how to find the people who want to buy and sell. Because people only move every 5 to 7 years. Your pool of clients isn't as big as McDonald's or Target or Hy-Vee where people come in and buy stuff every day. So how do you find the people who are moving now as opposed to 5 years from now? That's a skill set. How do you get them to work with you and not somebody else? That's a skill set. How do you walk them through so that they feel comfortable and excited about moving forward now as opposed to 6 months from now, 10 years from now? That's a skill set. How do you put deals together that actually close? Because lots of people can sign a contract,
right?
But we know every contract that signs, every client that says they're going to move forward with you, they don't all do it,
right?
But you got to learn that skill set too, and that's
so you've learned it, you own it, now you teach it and train it.
Yep.
Where did you get this from? Did you have a mentor, a coach, somebody that's instilled this in you and embedded it in your hard drive?
And I told you this athlete thing is going to keep coming back around.
Okay, yeah, bring it up. I was an athlete too. You played at Nebraska Wesleyan basketball. I played at Dana College. This was a long time ago.
No kidding.
Yeah, I played with Tony Collins, Terry Breckenridge, a lot of.
Oh,
I'm old
this.
Though.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I was a point guard. I'm assuming you were a point guard too.
100%.
Yep. So.
How'd you feel when Dana closed, by the way?
Not good.
Yeah.
Beautiful campus, great everything.
I've heard about the history, and they closed like just as I was getting to college.
Yes.
So for those of you guys doing the math, wondering how
Okay.
old I
I'm
was,
starting to do it
that
too.
might help. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm an athlete, so I thrive on. Can I get a coach who's going to give me some feedback?
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the.
Hold on, I gotta ask. Did you win a national championship at?
Oh man, I missed
that
it.
sore subject.
I was. No. I was.
You didn't miss the game-winning shot.
I was 2 years before they
Okay.
ended up winning the national championship.
Because they compete for it every year.
They do now.
Right,
so
okay.
my senior year was the year that they brought that coach in from another place. And man, it's just amazing to see when you have a coach who sees the world in a different way than you do.
Yes.
How quickly it can bring results.
Absolutely.
Right? And it goes right into what we're saying, which is how did I learn, especially the real estate stuff, was I went out and found a great coach.
Okay.
And it's one of my favorite real estate stories where most people in real estate, like the national average is real estate agents sell 2 houses.
2 houses of what? A week?
A year.
A year? Okay.
For the entire year.
Okay.
And I said, there's no way I would survive in this world doing that. I have a lot more potential in me than that. So I set much higher dreams for myself than that. And I found this guy online, and he said, I'll teach you my system. And if you do my system, you'll sell 4 houses a month, every month, like clockwork.
Okay.
Okay. So little stat for you: to get into the top 5% of real estate agents, you got to sell 25 houses or $7 million worth of homes in a single year.
Okay.
That puts you in the top 5% nationwide.
Okay.
Yeah, nationwide puts you in top 5%. This guy says he'll do 4 a month, like clockwork. I'm like, oh, that's double what puts you in the top 5. Okay. So even if I suck at it, I'm going to be leaps and bounds ahead of everybody. So I gave this guy my last $1,000. Jumped in.
Oh, here we go. We're going there. Are we going there?
Listen, my last $1,000. I gave it to him, and I said, "All right, if you got it, I want it. Let's go. Let's do it. Show me what you mean. Like, I need some tangible skills. Like, tell me what to do. I will execute. I'm an athlete. You point the direction. You tell me how high.
Like
you tell me jump. I'll do it." So I give this guy my last $1,000. He teaches me the system, and he says, "You go on 20 appointments. You get 4 sales this month. Full stop. Go do the 20." I said, "Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll go do 40, and I'll expect at least 2 because I know I'm not going to be good at this to start." And true to form, I was really bad to start.
Okay.
I was really bad to start. Yeah. There's hope out there. But what I did is I did double the effort, expecting half the result, and sure enough, 40 appointments. I sold 2 houses that next month, and it put me in the game. And more importantly, it unlocked, there's a systematic way of going about this.
Okay.
And it's not that was one of the challenges when I first got into real estate, especially even with 2 guys who are very experienced and having a lot of success, is you'd see them selling houses and you say, how'd you do that? Where'd you find the people? How'd you get that?
Right.
And you couldn't walk me through, like, here's what I did. Here's what I did on Monday. Here's what I did on Tuesday. Here's what I did on Wednesday. And nobody could walk you through it. Nobody had a step A to Z. How do you do it? And this guy did. He taught it to me. It worked. And so now I'm in the game. I've got my own clients, and I can start to ask them, okay, give me your experience on how to negotiate, how to put these deals together. Give me your experience on how I make this listing sell, how to, like, all the
nuances.
The nuance, right?
Yeah.
The nuance that you got to get from somebody who's experienced in the game. That is what I was able to get from my leaders at the time, but I had to get this other thing from a coach. So I had to go out and find one. I hired one, and that's what really served me. And now that's what I do at a high level because I was that guy. I heard a quote from that coach at one time. He says, "You're most qualified to help the person that you used to be."
All right, say it again.
I want you to think about this for a second. You are most qualified to help the person that you used to be. So if you are,
yep, that makes sense.
I mean, think about you as somebody who's competed at high level in sports. Yep. If somebody wanted to get to high level in sports, you're one of the most qualified people to be able to help that person understand.
Because you've been there and
what
done
is it
that.
like? I've been there and done that. I know what it's like. Like, one of the things that makes me really qualified as a coach now is I can tell people all the scripts, all the words to say. But even if you knew the words, you can't tell somebody what it's like to get that little pit in your stomach right before you ask somebody for their phone number that you just met at open house.
Right.
You can't tell them about how nerve-wracking it is to ask somebody to sign a contract, asking them to pay you tens of thousands of dollars for something. Like, you don't know what that feeling is like and how you got over it.
And you got no problem because you've been there, done that, asking somebody for their last $1,000.
I've been in those kitchens. I sat at the kitchen tables. Like, there's no questions. I know what it's like to know that I've got a mortgage payment next month and know I got $0 in the bank and no sales on the board. Like, I know what it's like. I've been there. So if you've been there, like, I'm the person who's qualified to take real estate agents who haven't been there and say, what does it really look like? What is it going to look like for me? And there's a lot of people, obviously, especially in the world of social media, where you can see where anybody's at now.
Right.
You can see where the people who are making millions of dollars, what they're doing now. But if you do that as a person who's starting off,
right,
you just got no chance.
You got to pull the veil back.
You just got no chance. Right. And so that's what we pride ourselves on. And I'm fortunate enough, and I'm a big believer in goals. So I remember writing down this goal at one time that I was going to be the top. You're old enough to remember this probably. Remember cassette tapes?
Oh, yeah.
Where you put in all the first songs were on side A of the tape.
And you flip it.
But there's a side B that's got all kinds of tracks that you weren't listening to. Right? And so I wanted our company to be the side B that would flip over the tape and show you all the truth, all the real stuff that you never got to see, all the stuff that you're not hearing on the radio and on Instagram.
Okay.
All the stuff that you really need to know. So we're the place where you get the side B of the tape, where you really get
it. Pull the curtain back and let's get this thing exposed.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so that takes us to Meraki.
Meraki.
Now, what does that's Greek for?
Yeah.
Help me with that.
Greek word that means to put.
Because I'm Greek. My mom's maiden name is Zafiropoulos.
Holy cow. Say that
legit.
One time.
Zafiropoulos, not to be mistaken with Snuffleupagus.
Does she make traditional Greek food? Oh man. Oh, yeah. If she could make a saganaki, I'm coming over to her house for Thanksgiving. Okay, so Meraki or Meraki.
Yeah.
It means to put your heart or soul into your work, whatever that work is at that time. And we heard it. It caught on like wildfire, and it started to bleed into everything that we did and all of our core values, and is a perfect name to put in.
Okay, Meraki. Tell me, I looked at your team. It looks like it's young and up and coming real estate agents and brokers. And tell us about your team a little bit. How has it grown? And then I also want to get into the current, how would you describe the current real estate market?
Ooh, I love it. All right, cool. You're going to get into some of my favorite stuff here. Okay, so how the team started.
You're a basketball guy. I mean, we got team.
Yeah, team is my jam. So when I got in, Meraki was 7 people. It had grown to about 8 or 9 at one time.
All 7 came from Berkshire?
All 7 at Berkshire.
Okay.
And none of them moved. Here's what happened at Berkshire. I went to Jack and Eric and I said, hey, if you guys are going to live true to your mission of talking about actually helping these people, if you actually talk about putting your heart and soul in your work, you're going to have to take this a lot more seriously into making sure that the other people who are around you are also successful. You can't just be out there crushing deals and
leaving everybody
with the scraps or more likely nothing
leftovers
because of real estate agents. So
all the meat off the bone.
Yeah. So I threw the gauntlet down in the kind of a challenge format, and these guys, athletes in their own right, they wanted to rise to it. So what we did was we disbanded the team at that time, let everybody go, and it was just down to the 3 of us. Okay. So our group chat to this day is called the 3-Headed Monster because at this time we took the whole thing down to nothing and said, we're going to create first principles that we are actually all using so that when people come in here, we can actually give them something of substance and say that if they are here, even for a short time, if they decide to move to Texas, they are better off because they were here.
Yeah, impact.
And we decided we were really going to take that seriously. So we did that, and we decided to partner up with, we left Berkshire at about this time, ended up partnering with KW Elite because the leadership in that world had already done something similar. And we just wanted to know, like, is there something that we can learn from these people? And for sure, there's something you can learn from everybody. So, and there was a ton that we could learn, and at that time, they challenged us to take it even further. as far as being able to impact these agents. So at that time, it was just the three of us who moved, and we grew it from 3 to about 15 while we were at Keller Williams, right? And at that time, we started growing. We saw the impact we were having. We started putting on these classes, and we just opened it up to the world. And we said, if we're going to live true to our mission, which is to redefine the standards of the industry, it can't be just us three. That's not enough to really impact the industry. It can't even just be us 15. It's got to be everybody. We've got to expose them to some of these things, maybe not everything, but expose them to some of the things that would truly improve the experience for the clients out there. Even for their own brokers, if they can't provide this stuff, we're going to give them some of this just for free. So it didn't matter who they were. They could all come and they could do it. And we started seeing the impact. And I heard Kobe Bryant say this one time. He said, when you're a leader trying to make your teammates better, everybody thinks you make your teammates better by just passing them the ball, right? He said, that's not what makes people better. What makes people better is when they can communicate back to you in the same way that you're able to communicate to them. That's a sign of a leader. And he says, when guys start coming to me and they start talking about, they saw this play happening in this way, that's when I know I've had an impact on them.
You value their perspective.
And so now I hear real estate agents talking about all these little things that we teach about, like, it doesn't really matter what the market's doing, because the market is not what controls real estate. It's the people that control real estate. Because if you get a brand new job tomorrow in Chicago, does it matter what the economy's doing? Are you moving to Chicago? Hell yeah, you're moving to Chicago. Like, it is never about the interest rates, the market, how bad Donald Trump beat some old guy in the election. Like, it doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. What matters is if you have things going on in your life. Did you get married? Did you have a baby? Did somebody die? Did you get a raise and get a new job? Did you get fired from a job? Like, that's what makes real estate happen. And I start hearing agents start reflecting that stuff back to me. That's how I know we're having an impact. And this is at the time we're at Keller Williams. We're at 15, and we start hearing agents, even outside of our team, talking like this. And I'm like, we're on to something here. So we decided, all right, to have the impact we want to have, we have to be agnostic to some of these bigger brokerages that already have their own brand, their own name. And we built our own brokerage. We opened it up.
2017, right?
So this 2017 is when we're at Berkshire. This is 2021, where we leave Keller Williams, and we now open our own brokerage. And probably closer, actually, like 2021, we leave to Keller Williams. 23, 24, we open Meraki as its own standalone brokerage. And now we are able to give our message to everybody. We're able to open our doors and invite people in to come. And now the team's grown to about 30. And the cool thing is, what it does is it just attracts people who see the world in the way we see it. People who are willing to put their heart and soul into it. So, like, it detracts people who are, I want to do a real estate part-time to see if it's going to work, right? Because
those are they sell 2 properties a year.
And more likely, those are the people who sell 0 because it is so hard to find out, like, how does it actually work? What does it actually take? Real estate's a lag business. You don't get paid for the work you're doing today. You get paid for the work you did 90 days ago. And if you're part-time, it's just hard to stack up enough of those days to see the results show up. So we're pretty candid about that with people, which is why our environment attracts people who either are full-time or have a deep desire to get there pretty quickly. So you see our team is, like, very energetic. And it's young. Even people who are, let's call it, older, like, they exude a young enthusiasm, a young energy.
Passion and zeal still.
Right, because of the values and the things that we talk about and the way that we exist in the world. So to bring that full circle, it is now the team is 30. We're on a mission to get the team bigger. And these events help us do it. Just some of our social media, some of our messaging helps us do it. Seeing the black and white signs all over town helps us do it.
Helps.
And we get a lot of referrals from our people because we were able to live out what we said we were going to do, is actually help people and make sure that they can say that they're better as real estate agents from being in our presence, from being around our environment, from being around our people.
Good. So, before we talk about the event coming up on June 25th, let's talk a little bit about the current real estate. How would you describe the current real estate market here in Omaha?
Man, I'm glad you defined it to Omaha. So the current real estate market here in Omaha is, it's a product of still everything that we've seen since COVID. Where certain price ranges have very similar patterns, right? The first-time home buyer range has a lot of buyers and not a lot for sale. So we see a lot of those things moving fast, and we see a lot of, let's call it, activity in that world. And then Omaha is being one of the most central cities in the country, like dang near right in the middle of the map.
Sure.
We don't feel all the ebbs and flows as bad in the economy. So we see the upper price ranges, people that are doing really well in life and buying luxury houses, those are still selling really, really well.
Okay.
So the first-time home buyer still selling really well. The luxury home buyer still selling unbelievably well.
Okay.
And then there's kind of a messy middle where things sometimes hang around, sometimes are slow moving, and some people still aren't ready to give up their COVID interest rates of 2 and 3%.
Okay, that's for sure.
So there's a messy middle in real estate, and there's some people who are really crushing in the luxury world, and then there's first-time home buyer stuff is moving. And as long as you've got a really good strategy, like Omaha is one of those places you can always find some success in real estate.
Okay.
So we're seeing
it's a good place to be.
It's a good place to be because you're seeing investors are still winning in this world.
Okay.
You're seeing builders are still winning in this world. You're seeing there's places where I'm sure you guys are probably seeing like there are places where there's still roofs getting put on even in a crazy economy and insurance is through the roof and you're probably fighting battles with insurance every week in here. And we're just seeing that for everything that happens in the economy and in the world, like the life events are still happening here in Omaha, which means that the real estate market's still moving.
It's still going.
We're because we understand that the people in our world are doing really, really well.
Awesome.
So
lastly, let's talk about the masterclass event that's coming up on June 25th.
Let's talk about it. I
looked at some of your socials. I know you're stoked.
Yeah, man, I couldn't be more excited. This is one of my absolute favorite things because, like I said, we just get to go in and just pour into the real estate community at large. And so we invite not just real estate agents in our brokerage. This is open to
the public.
The public.
Okay.
Real estate agents. We've had title people. We've had mortgage people. We've had roofing people. We've had people that have no ties to real estate, but just want to know more about
because it translates into whatever you're doing.
Because it translates so well. And what part of what we did in making it teachable is we have to communicate in a way that is easy for everybody to understand.
Okay.
And so when we teach people how to communicate in that way, you now not only leave with the knowledge, but you leave with the knowledge so simply that you could go home and teach it to your mom, teach it to your dad. We had a group of high school kids come in from Omaha South earlier this year. They can go home and teach it to their parents if they've never bought a house.
Okay.
Half the kids in the room had parents who had never bought a house. They lived in apartments or they've been renting their entire lives and they never bought houses. We taught them in an hour exactly what it's like to buy a house so well that they could go teach it. And so well, they did teach it even in the room. And that's part of what we're going to be doing at the class.
So it's a master class. How often do you do these, and how many have you done? And then what's all involved in the class? I know there are a few. What is it? Double buyer businesses.
Yeah.
Present like a pro. All the average, less than 6 showings.
We've got a whole bunch. We've tested out a bunch of different things. And we've kind of mixed it up because part of the feedback was that we wanted to mix these up. So we do them 4 times a year, open to the public, and we just, like I said, give away some of our best stuff, some of our foundational stuff that we know is actually going to help people in their career.
And you're telling me if we have sales guys that are selling roofs and siding and windows, it would absolutely be relevant information for them to plug and play.
I promise you, if you are a salesperson, you will come out of this with something that you've learned that you can take away and apply in your business right away. I promise you, if you are a teacher, you will take something away that you can take and apply in your classroom right away. I promise you.
Let them all know.
If you own your own McDonald's, you will learn something that you can take with you and apply in your life.
And you can speak that with absolute certainty because you're the...
I can speak with absolute certainty as a person who has done 20 of these already. Like, we have seen it, we have done it. And I'm telling you, even a little nugget like understanding that people don't move because of the economy. They move because of things that are happening in their life. These are little nuggets that you can take and apply in your life right away. So when we talk about the topics 4 times a year, all 4 different topics throughout the year. Recently, we just did new construction. So teaching new construction. What's the process like? How do you walk somebody through it? How do you foreshadow an experience so that people are more excited and more ready? That's a presentation skill that, like I said, even salespeople that come to a new construction thing, doesn't matter what they sell, you're going to walk away with something.
Same principle.
We do goal setting at the end of the year to get people ready for 2026. That's a big one that even, like I said, even outside the real estate industry, people come to. But anybody who comes to this, you're going to walk away with something. You're going to walk away with real estate knowledge, and you're going to walk away with practical things that are going to improve whatever it is you're into. And on top of that, you see the energy. Like, we are high energy. You're going to walk out of there motivated, ready to kick down doors, take names.
I've seen you in the gym.
Go to the
I've
gym.
seen you in the gym. I've seen you running in the neighborhoods.
Yeah, see?
It doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing, or where you are and what you're doing it with a high level.
Yeah, and that's just living with Meraki and living with our core values, and it just shows in everything. So,
lastly, let them know when the event is, where it's at, what they need to do to register, all that.
I love it. So the event, June 25th at Relevant Community Center. That's out in Elkhorn, 204th and Maple area. Anybody who wants to come, 10 a.m. we're going to start. Okay. So show up at 10 a.m.
Can you register at the event?
You can register at the event.
Okay.
We'd prefer you register early so we make sure we have enough seats for absolutely everybody.
Okay.
You can register. All you got to do is go to MerakiAgent.com. You see it on the shirt, MERAKI agent.com. You'll see some of the resources that Nick was talking about. Mm-hmm. If you're curious to know more about real estate, all that stuff, it's on our website. It's free. You'll see promos for the event. You'll see videos to get to know more about our team. But if you want to register for the event, MerakiAgent.com. And I'm sure if you've got social media, you're going to see it here in the next couple of weeks. We are going to be all in your face. So if you see the event, click RSVP. We'd love to have you. We've got room for everybody. Come join us.
Let's go. Hit them up. Hey, I appreciate you, Byron.
Appreciate you having me. This was fun.
Thanks again, Royalty Roofing and Siding, for this podcast. And subscribe if you haven't already.